Dallas ain't on this committee.
Call to order the April 8th, 2019 Transportation Committee. All members here except for Councilman Johnson, who is working at this moment. Let's see. Councilman Lambert, Dempsey Lambert will lead us in the invocation, followed by the pledge.
Please rise. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Lord, please give us the wisdom, the strength to move our transportation forward in the parish. Lord, please watch over all our people, and we ask all these things in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If the public would like to comment, please bring up a card and turn it in. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. Committee Chairman's report, I have nothing additional to report. Moving on to item number 5. Actually, on the Committee Chairman's report, well, we'll go over this later. Now, moving on to item number 5, acceptance of minutes of the March 11, 2019 meeting as written.
Motion.
We have a motion by Councilman Lambert, a second by Councilman Lambert. So moved. Moving on to item number 6, asphalt concrete reconstruction and overlay improvements 2019 project ENG 19-12.
Good evening. On March 21st, 2019, the Purchasing Department received 4 bids for the asphalt concrete reconstruction and overlay improvements 2019 project. After review, the Purchasing Department and the Transportation Department recommends accepting the lowest responsive bid submitted by R.J. Daigle & Sons Construction and to authorize the parish president to begin contract negotiations for this project.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Todd Lambert, a second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Any discussion? None. Any objections? None. So moved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Councilman. I would like to request that this be placed on the next consent agenda for the next council meeting.
It shall be.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 7, department report. Tacey Rabelais.
Good evening. Starting with the parish projects, I have 2017 road maintenance program on there because even though Coastal's done with their work, somebody, one of their subcontractors filed a lien against the project because they haven't gotten paid. So that contract remains open. I just wanted y'all to be aware. We have contacted Coastal several times to make sure they are aware of the claim, and we have yet to been able to close it. So I just wanted to mention that so y'all are aware. The 2018 road maintenance program, they have, R.J. Daigle has pretty much completed all the work associated with that contract. They have just a few punch list items, mainly on Jeanette. They have to go and patch the road and then add some striping as well. As soon as we get the invoice, their final invoice, we'll do a balancing change order and substantial completion for the contract. And then we, like Ms. Darlin mentioned, we have the 2019 road maintenance program starting up. As soon as council accepts their low bid, we will issue an NTP and hopefully our first task order by mid-May. So that work will be starting very soon. And we are wrapping up just a few minor details on the 2019 pavement preservation contract. We're planning on advertising starting next week. So by the time we have our next meeting, we should have it out to bid. Or hopefully we'll have our bid opening by then. So, and then after that, it's the DOTD project. I've highlighted the ones that are in our parish and have active work going on. If y'all want to take a quick second to review that. And then beyond that, I have the payment management group's work done over the last month, as well as an attachment showing all their work done since the onset of their group. They've achieved an impressive amount of work. So I just want to include that so that I can make everyone aware of what's been done and what's planned at this point. And if y'all don't have any questions, I'll turn it over to Mike.
Let's give him a moment to look at
Okay.
everything.
Certainly.
I'll just state, since we had that pretty heavy rainfall, because it was Thursday, Friday, I forget when it was, we had a lot of people contacting us about Highway 42 and some of the entranceways on and off of Highway 42. Just want to let people know that is a state project. The state has been notified about the high water, but correct me if I'm wrong, but the parish cannot come in there and fix any of those entranceways or take any work under our own.
You are correct. What we can do is, I have a progress meeting with them monthly. And if anything comes up before then, I can certainly pass on the requests that we receive or any problems that we're made aware of. I will definitely pass it on, make sure that we play our part in getting them addressed.
Okay, I mean, they've been notified of it. I'll give a little call out to them. I know we had a homeowner that was worried about getting some water in his house, and I contacted Aaron Elazar and Mike Enlow here, and they were able to get in touch with Barber Brothers, who got some extra pumps out there and made sure that the road construction didn't cause this homeowner to get flooded. So it was a pretty good job by them.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you were right. It, once, if it's a contractor's work zone, it's their work zone, so we can't really interfere, unless we really needed to, I suppose. But I think everything was taken care of, and they got another pump out there. Broke the dam under those culverts to let the water flow, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else on that you ever need, just give us a call. We'll help out.
Do we have any further questions on this topic?
That's good.
Okay, it looks good. We'll move on to the next item unless.
No,
Nope, we're good.
Good to go?
We're good to go.
Okay, yeah, just gonna run through the spreadsheet is there, item number 1. If you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer that. If not, we'll go into the potential construction projects let in 2019, as well as the clearing and grubbing projects. You see the list there: St. Landry at Ashland, Seaboro widening, Henry Road at 73 turn lanes, Bro Road and Germany Road roundabout, US 61 and Germany Road intersection improvements. That's the one that's gonna, we plan on, it's gonna look like the opposite side where Duplessis and US 61 is. Excited about that one. And the turn lanes at Brown and Oakland, I think that's gonna help quite a bit as well. And then 929 and 930 roundabout. So that's a lot of things have to fall in place, with utilities and whatnot. But I think we're in a very good position to finish all the work that we have to do to get those ready to go to construction. On the clearing and grubbing, you'll see Roddy Road twice. That little typo is supposed to be US 61 to LA 935. So both segments we're hoping to have ready for clearing and grubbing, Henry Road widening and LA 930 widening. The LA 930 widening agreement is supposed to be completed and in our hands any day now. We had to re-sign it. The department had or the Office of Contracts had an issue with the way they did their own document. So they fixed it, got it back to us, we signed it, and it's going through the system again. But we were promised it would go through fairly quickly, so we're waiting any day to hear on that. Any questions on any of those?
Just a quick statement that if, when we get to this portion of our work that involves utility movement, if we have any delays in that, please let us know.
Yes, sir.
I just hate to have utilities hold up. If there's some time that we can contact these utilities and ask them to get a little help on it.
Yes,
I know
sir.
we have several of us up here that are capable and have some good contacts with them.
Right. Yeah, we plan on, we've been having quite a few meetings with them. As Jeff likes to say, early and often is when we approached them. We were trying to plan maybe a meeting internally and maybe go brief our PSC commissioners and just let them know kind of what's going on and what we intend to do. That way, if we do have to maybe reach out and get with them, they won't be in the dark on any of these projects. So it's a big hit to a lot of utility companies. They're doing neighborhood stuff, they're doing DOTD stuff, and so they use the same crews. So we're going to be asking them to come to our roads and do this. So
Well, we're certainly more important.
absolutely.
Chairman, real quick.
Yes, Councilman Lambert.
Mike, on the clearing and grubbing, Henry Road, GSA has that, who has it?
Glenn Shine Associates is the designer. Yes, sir. And I think they turned in final right-of-way maps this past week.
So is this the order that's gonna go in, or first come, what do we,
Yeah, well, I don't think it's necessarily any order. You know, we're still purchasing right away on Roddy. Henry Road, I think they've done some abstracting, but they'll be full force in the right of way acquisition shortly. So whatever we can get done and issue the next steps on them, we will. It's not really in particular order. 9:30, 9:30 is going to be ready when we get the agreement back. But
Okay.
We may want to look at how we schedule some of these with the ongoing 42 project.
Right.
There's some logical things we need to look at that to help the traffic around that area. So while the construction's going on with 42.
Perfect.
Do you have anything else to add to that?
Councilman Dawson.
So Mike, I'm running a little bit behind here, but to go to the 2019 road program,
Okay.
so is it, I had something at the end of Hodgson. Is it too late to get that in? I sent that,
That was,
that was Elizabeth Road or
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Lane.
we could
which
definitely
I was
take,
under the impression that it had been submitted before.
I was as well. I'll check on that and get back with you.
Okay.
Yeah, let me check on that. I'll get right back
Thanks.
with you. Okay. Okay, any other questions? You guys know if you miss something tonight, you want to get in touch with me, you're always more than welcome to reach out. Moving along, right-of-way acquisitions are ongoing, all the projects listed below. Utility relocations, Babin Road Bridge replacement, which is a DOTD off-system bridge project, is complete. I think they're going to start construction soon on that. I'm going to try to get in touch with the DOTD project manager on that and see if he can't give us a little more notification than they normally do, because that's going to shut down Babin Road for a couple months, I believe. So, Roddy Road, that's the two segments, 61, US 61 to 621. Again, 930, that whole corridor there. US 61 at Germany Road intersection, and then all the roundabouts you see there. We're gonna have utility relocations. We're already meeting with those companies right now, so hopefully they'll be ready to roll whenever we get the agreements in place. Environmental, as you all know, we're doing that programmatically as well. Caught up on most of the projects that we need. We reprioritized those environmentals to get those completed and sent in. So those are going well. Our consultant's doing a good job, and I think they're using, if I'm not mistaken, the employee, I forget the number designation it is, but the employee at the Corps to help those get moved along faster. So seems like it's working good. All right, this is a slide you guys have seen before, just a funding and budget comparison. We can go over any of that if you'd like. The Move Ascension, the fund, excuse me. We started out at 35 million, but since we've been moving along, we've gotten around 16, I think 16.7, just under $17 million in the CRPC funds allocated to the program. Ongoing impact fee from the new development is going into the pot as well. We got $3 million of that budgeted to spend in 2019. That's in the district number 3, I believe. So we could easily spend that money, all of it, but allocated $3 million of the 3.5 for that district. There's also the road transfer money, and all of that totaled up with the $2 million in safety funds from DOTD is just under 64 million. Okay, as you all may have seen, excuse me, we have a master transportation plan meeting, our second public meeting, Wednesday and Thursday night. A briefing, it's an open house style meeting, briefings 4 to 5 for elected officials and 5 to 7 for the general public. So hope you guys can share that on all the social media outlets you have. And I know, Bill, you're big into social media, so you can share that, and hopefully we get a lot of people to come take a look at the plan, get some input. We're looking forward to it.
I'm not much on that snap face thing.
Right, I understand. And that concludes my briefing for tonight. If there's any other questions, I'll be happy to entertain them.
Any questions? Councilman Lambert.
Yeah, Mike, I know that on some of the subdivisions here, we're getting close to their final phases. And I know we've had there's some money out there that, you know, to help roundabouts, turn lanes. I know there were a few on Hood Ridge. I think they're going into their final stage. Can we get maybe on the next transportation, maybe a list of these ones that are coming into their last phase of the development? Because I know state and different ones, we need to get these, at least some stuff on Highway 42, and I know there's quite a few other ones that the developers was going to put up money for turn lanes.
For improvements, okay.
And also, you know, light improvements, different things like that, so.
Okay.
I
Sure.
was just noticing one right here on Germany Road, and I know they're getting a few over there. It's getting close to their final phase, so we
Right.
could kind of gather up that information.
Sure.
That would,
Sure, I'll get with planning as well. We'll
sure.
have a meeting with those guys and see what's up. Yeah, glad you brought that up. US 61 and Germany Road improvements. I think the apartments there, Silverleaf.
Sure, yeah.
I'm not sure the exact name, but we're trying to get those done, and so they can get their final approval for maybe a egress onto Germany or something like that. So, yeah, I'll check into all the ones that we may have on the books to see
Right.
where they're at and what they owe or what kind of work they need to
Yeah,
provide.
I think some of them was to come in the third and fourth phase, so I know they're closing out a few, so appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
One quick question here.
Councilman Lambert.
Talking about Germany, where are we at on that project for as right-of-way? We have all the right-of-ways we need?
No, sir. So the actual safety widening is a CRPC funded job, so we're going through the federal process with that. But the 61 at Germany Road intersection improvements is a separate project, and we are about to start the right-of-way acquisition. We're in, I think they're abstracting for the properties right now, and they're going to reach out and start
'Cause
purchasing.
like Councilman Lambert said, that part of that was supposed to be done prior to certain phases of that subdivision.
Right, I think it's the apartment complex. I'm not sure what the
And it's
exact.
almost completed, and we
Right.
haven't started, just getting right-of-way, so we're behind on the game on that.
Yeah, well, I don't know about behind. I'd have to look at the agreement. I thought they couldn't have egress onto Germany from that complex until those improvements were done, completed. I'll check back and get back with you on that.
Yeah, I think it was a little different than that. I thought it.
Was
they
it?
couldn't-
Okay.
After the first one was built, the road had to be built.
They had to cut it in.
I'll check on that. I'll check on that.
Any other questions? None, okay, we'll move on. Mike, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't. Thank you, I'm done.
Okay, very good, thank you. Moving on to item number 8, authorization to provide a letter of commitment to the Capital Region Planning Commission for the second road data collection effort as described in the 2019 Pavement and Assessment Management System with an estimated not-to-exceed cost of $37,711. Mr.
Move to
Trenholm.
approve.
We have a motion to approve, and we have a second motion to approve by Councilman Dawson, second by Councilman Todd Lambert. Any discussion? Any objection?
I will say this is a not-to-exceed amount. They're supposed to be refining them. The cost is more than likely going to come down, so that's why I put it not to exceed. And O'Neill said it would be fine. We have to come back for the actual agreement. This is just simply a letter, but I just want to let you know that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
So moved. Item number 9, ordinance requesting authority to be granted to the parish president to acquire right-of-way required to construct the Tiggy Duplessis Safety Widening Project.
So move.
A motion by Councilman Todd Lambert and a second by Councilman Dempsey Lambert. Any discussion? Any objection? None. So moved. Item number 10,
Move to adjourn.
motion to adjourn, and I'll approve that one.